Oh,
accept the same argument?
I thought we clarified that in Chell, but I didn't see
I know
the
you
first.
did, but still, I can't believe you said that.
Oh, well, I heard you earlier in the conversation with Denny. I thought you said something about identity, and then I only read the plain text version of the argument. So that.
It's the same fucking argument. It's the
Well,
same.
I don't know if it's. It might depend what you mean by the same argument. I think
Obviously,
one's
okay, yeah,
reducible to the
obviously.
other.
I mean, in some sense, it's not.
Like
Obviously.
it's. I mean, it
Like,
has an extra premise. You like.
his is not even formally deductively valid, right? He whatever.
It is,
He
by
tried
the
to do
way.
it that way, right? So obviously, it's not the same
Like,
argument.
if you were to try to formalize it, it might come out like the syntax might be a little bit different. It's clear he didn't get it. It's like pretty clear to me he didn't get it from you. That's what you're asking.
I don't know about that part, but
look, it's very different at the level of syntax. Like if you try and formulate it, yours is using like completely different inference rules than his. Like
I'm using different. Dude, he didn't give a formal argument. I don't know what you mean.
Well, you can formalize it easily.
You could formalize in a way where it's my fucking argument, basically.
No, the
Yes.
formalization is not reducible to your argument. I don't.
Maybe it's not reducible. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, look.
We're not using. All that's required here seems to be uses of existential introduction and existential elimination and negation introduction and negation elimination.
Premise seven uses a universal quantifier.
Premise 7, there is one God.
Yeah. Julian,
That's
don't
an
try.
existential quantifier.
Premise 7 uses a universal quantifier. Yeah.
Well, that's the conclusion of the argument, no?
No. Okay. F. All right. I'm done talking to you about this. Then you just. Why am I wasting my time? You're just making shit up. I'm not even.
What?
Come on, bro. Dude, it's not. It's not. Just read the argument. That's not.
Okay, wait. Then that's a premise. Okay.
I'm not gonna even. Seriously.
The one Julian's talking about is sort of the original LPT, where it's just, or not, or even original LPT. These are just like 7 propositions that are taken to be inconsistent or something, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
The 7th premise is not the conclusion because obviously it's not the conclusion. There is one God is the conclusion. I don't know.
No, sorry. The conclusion is this would entail there are 3 gods.
Okay.
7 doesn't.
So, I don't know. Okay, that's already weird because I said 7th premise, right? Am I crazy? Did I say 7th?
Okay, but 7 doesn't use universal quantification.
It does use universal quantification.
It uses existential.
Okay, so how do you okay, so simple question. I'll literally pull up a fucking logic textbook because this is ridiculous. If you want to say there's only one of any of some predicate, how would you do that formally? Define it. Do it right now.
There is only one?
There is only one of something, yeah.
Okay, you would say.
Hello, King Julian.
Come on, please formalize for me. Like, there's only one. I don't know. There's only one square. I don't know. There's only one table. There's only one table. I don't know. There's only one table. Yeah, let's do that.
And
please formalize it, sir. Now, of course, I actually have done that, but don't look at mine. So please don't cheat.
There is this X.
Julian, no cheating.
Not equal Y. You're saying it would involve like. Can we remove that?
Don't try it, buddy. Don't try it on me, man. Don't try it.
Look, I mean.
Don't try it, bro. I'm not. I'm not bullshitting here. All right. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Just checking if you can remove the universal quantifier.
You're checking.
You could say there exists an X and there exists an X.
You just say there is an X. All you're saying is there's at least one.
Wait, I didn't finish. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay.
What else? And wait, sorry. You need parentheses, right? And for all Y.
Oh, use the wait. Universal quantifier?
I was seeing if I could, escape away from the universal quantification here.
You cannot.
There is one.
Of course you cannot. What do you mean? Look, you only have 2 options. How? Here's a simple way of putting it. If you only use existential quantifiers, all you can say is there. Right. The only okay, I guess in this maybe you could
You could
do
say,
it.
could you say
could do
something
it-
like, oh, go ahead, like, and they're, it's not the case.
yeah,
They're
nah, yeah,
existing,
you
so
can
yeah.
negate the existential quantifier. I mean, they're logically equivalent, but that's like a semantic point, right?
Well, they're classically equivalent.
Like I said, you have two options. I don't know what you're like. There's nothing to debate here. You have two options. You can only, you can only use existential quantifiers or universal. You can't just. Adding more existential quantifiers won't get you the claim. So obviously you have to have a universal quantifier, or again, do the logical equivalent of it, right? Or whatever. That's again, semantic point. What? Yeah.
I mean, either way, you have like person
Either way,
one.
what? Either way,
No,
what?
no, no, I'm talking about
Why
something
don't you
else.
switch
I'm
your
not.
opinion on
Wait,
this now?
hold.
Clearly, you have not
Why
thought this through.
are you okay? Are you okay? I'm just saying, like, if you have, person one gives an argument like, all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. Then person two says like, oh, I have this argument, all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, and Socrates has an 8-inch dick, therefore like Socrates is mortal. I don't know if I would assume person two just stole their argument from person one, and there was way more differences between your two arguments.
Wait, what? Socrates is what?
Is a man and he has an 8-inch cock.
Okay, why was that premise is super
Yeah. Just like there's like a premise in Danny's argument that's superfluous.
yeah. So
The point is, like, I wouldn't assume that one person like got the argument from the other person.
it wouldn't prove anything either way,
Yeah,
per se.
exactly. Yeah.
Right. So, but that's not my argument for why I think he took it.
Oh, you said, well, it sounded like you were giving that as like some
Yeah, no,
evidence
but
that
there's
he
a
took it.
complementary premise to that. Right. So
You had
in
a
your example,
conversation that he was
yeah.
present
So
for, or whatever. Yeah.
here's where you might think that is. So going into your Socrates example, it's simple. Imagine two people having a conversation. One guy gives that argument. Okay, and then like a month later, the other guy does that, and he has one extra premise. So adding the extra premise wouldn't be when you wouldn't say, "Oh shit, now he did steal it," or what?
Well, if the thing is like if the argument constructed with the extra premise and then rearranged in that specific way was found in like other literature, which the one Danny posted is found in like a lot of other literature, then I think that
But
would
that doesn't.
reduce.
Okay, again, I don't know what that has to do with. Okay,
That's evidence against it. Well, it's like
no, it doesn't.
no, well, it's yeah. I mean, if you have an argument that's very similar to yours, but then upon further investigation, it's like more similar to somebody else's version than yours, then it's actually like less evidence that they took your specific version.
Not necessarily. Again, that's not. I don't agree with that at all. Look,
Uh,
I don't. I just don't agree with this. This is weird.
He stole my argument. Okay.
Look, here's what happened. All right.
These
Here's what
are
happened.
like
Look,
short.
buddy.
Like there's so many ways of formulating this very simple
Oh,
argument against
buddy,
the Trinity.
Julian.
Why would
Do you want
anybody need
do
to
I have to
copy your
explain to you what a
argument?
universal quantifier is, or what? Okay, so please,
Wait, what did you say?
do I have to explain to you what a universal quantifier is?
Oh, shut the fuck up. I know more logic than you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. You really showed that right here. You really proved it to me.
Can I ask you some questions about logic then? If you're so fucking competent?
No. What?
Okay, so you don't know more logic than me. You're fucking lying.
How does that follow?
Ask you,
Do you want me to start
let
grilling
me
you?
ask you questions about logic.
So wait, can I grill you questions about logic?
Yeah, you can ask me any questions. I'll fucking answer them. Go ahead.
I can ask you any questions about it, and you
Yeah,
can
go
answer
ahead.
it.
Yep.
All
go
right,
ahead.
but obviously there's a timer, right? Because you Google it.
Yeah, go
Right?
ahead.
Is that fair?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Let me think of the funny one. What's the name? Let me give you 1 second because I can't remember the thing. Oh yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right, simple. I'll give you 20 seconds. Let me start the timer so it's fair.
Okay, go.
All right. What is the buried in formula?
Wait, what?
What is the buried in formula?
I don't know.
Okay, get fucked, you lying piece of shit dog. Okay, next.
Sorry.
Ask me another question.
No, 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 no,
I don't know
no.
the name of a stupid
We're
formula.
done.
I don't care.
We are done. We are done.
Can I ask you a question? Wait. Can I ask you a
No,
question?
because I don't have to. I never fucking said I want to be quizzed by you, you dog. So that's the thing. You said I could do it. So that's the only. That's it. Game over. I don't want to be quizzed by you. Fuck you. All right. Two times. All right. Know your place. Okay.
Wait. So your claim is that you needed to tell me what that universal quantifier, but I can't ask you any questions about logic that I didn't look up. I mean,
Why do I have to be quizzed by you? Okay. What does that? What does that prove? By the way, I don't think it proves anything. So that's why. But you said you'd do it. That's the reason why I did it.
wait, and it looks like are those this like I'm looking up the answer. Are those the same thing as the Barkin formulas?
No. See F.
Include the Barudin formulas. In modal logic, the Barudin more accurate to the formula syntactically state. Possibly. But the Conway, so
There's a reverse buried in. Yeah, no, they're not the same. They're, anyways. Okay, you want me. I mean, I'm happy. I actually don't mind doing this. Let me
okay,
think
go
of
ahead.
it. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What is it? All right, what's axiom M modal logic? You're an expert, right? Pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah.
There's multiple things that go by axiom M's. There's not just one. Like
That's
there's
what
no standard
there is a
usage.
standard.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
fucking
there is no standard usage.
all
There's
right,
many
I'm gonna have to
axiom M's.
Google this. I'm gonna go to the fucking modal logic step, and I'm gonna show you. Oh God. And I'm talking about a lethic modality. Just if you're being extra pedantic.
There's like standard axioms like K, B, and T, but M doesn't have a standard, unless I'm wrong. Usage.
Let me see. Yeah, there's axiom, obviously. Well, axiom K is the most trivial one. Yep, there it is. Yep, yep, exactly. There is
What?
axiom. Yep. Wait. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm gonna screenshot it. It's on. Wait, first I'm gonna post it. Okay. This guy, man. There's no standard usage of the term. Blah 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 blah. Okay, buddy. Okay, and now I linked it. Now I'm gonna screenshot it. There's no axiom M. I'm an expert in modal logic. What?
I claim to be an expert. I just said I know more than you, which is true.
Okay, buddy. That one was straight from memory, by the way.
Can I ask you to do a proof in modal logic?
I already, like I said, I actually don't claim to be anything. All right. Look, I
You
don't know.
said you need to tell me what
All I
universal
know,
quantification is.
here's the truth of the matter, right? All I know is that I know nothing. All right, I'm just a humble student who's just inquiring about the
A
truth.
humble
Right?
student who wants to quiz me on
So
what
what I
universal
know is
quantification.
when people try to tell me what's going on about quantifying universal quantities, right? I know when other people are wrong. Right? That's I'm very good at that. Right? I don't know anything. Well, I know when other people are wrong. I know when other people try to tell me about universal quantities and they're yeah, I know about that. But don't ask me because, like I said, I am just a humble man in search to the truth. All right. And I ask God to guide me.
Amen.
All right. You said axiom N is not a thing. So, you know what's funny? I don't know which modal logic, but the most popular modal logic book, which is written by the same guy, the SP article, James Garson, it's literally all this is in there.
Yeah,
Right.
but look, I mean,
this is equivalent, and that version of it is equivalent to the claim that whatever is actual is equal to. So that's the way I think about it. But yeah,
okay, it's the one that corresponds to reflexivity, right? I don't
no. That's wrong.
know.
my god. You're talking about, that's like related to Brewer axiom S1, S2, S3, S4.
Wait, what did you say M was? Did you say it was necessarily phi implies phi?
It's right there, yeah. Necessarily A implies A, yeah.
Yeah, that's related to reflexivity.
No, it's not.
It's not, then how do you get the axiom? What equivalence classes are you dividing out by?
Okay, so what do you mean? I don't even know the question you asked me.
Yo,
So,
over what kind of frames are those types of axioms valid over?
under what kind of frame are those again, not a coherent statement. So look,
That's because you don't know modal logic.
yeah, you're completely lost. Okay, look.
What is
So
a frame? Wait, what is a frame in logic?
what is a frame? So I already said
Are you
I'm
gonna
not.
tell me what a frame is, or dodge the question?
Why do I have to answer the question? I
'Cause
already
you're,
said I don't know anything. So I don't know what you're talking about.
but you
Look,
you need to tell me what a universal quantifier is. Can you tell me what a frame is? Which is one of the things you'll learn in like an introductory modal logic class,
look. I already said I don't know anything. So what are you telling me?
right? And
I don't know.
you told me I was wrong when I said it corresponded to reflexivity. What kind of accessibility
Yeah, you're wrong
relationship
about
do you
that.
think it corresponds
Yes,
to?
you are wrong about that. You are literally wrong about
What
that.
kind of wait?
Axiom M has nothing to do with
What kind of accessibility relationship do you think it corresponds to?
reflexivity has to do with the claim. I'm happy to explain the point. I don't know what, because I actually do not know I actually don't know what words you're using. So I don't know how to engage with you. Okay, so I'm happy to use the way it's used in these normal ways and explain to you how reflexivity, what reflexivity, transitivity, and all these things are, right? In modal logic, or when you're talking about frames, you're talking about possible world semantics, all right?
Yeah.
So, okay, calm down, buddy. So yeah. And so what you're talking about with reflexivity and all this stuff, you're talking about like, what's it called, relation? What's it fucking called? I forgot the name.
Accessibility relationship between worlds.
Accessibility relations, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, the idea is, the claim is if A, yeah. Yeah, so you're saying A is accessible to A, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's not equivalent to this claim.
Yes, it
Why do you
is.
think? Why? Why do you think that?
Okay, because if the world can access itself, then if it's true in every world, then it's true in the world.
I genuinely have no clue what you just said.
If the world can access itself, the accessibility relationship is reflexive, and P holds in every world that
Okay, that's
W
not
can
even true.
access,
Okay, look.
then it's going to hold
Look.
the world.
What you need to go from the logical statement. Okay, look.
Okay, I'll write down the proof.
What this statement says in terms of possible world semantics and accessible relations is this, okay? If something is accessible in every world, then it's accessible. If P is accessible in every world, then it's accessible in the actual world. Okay,
Yeah,
two
that
things.
corresponds to reflexivity.
Important point one about this, which is why you're wrong, okay?
That corresponds to reflexivity over
There's not
frame. Okay, look. Suppose we don't have reflexivity. Let's just draw a counter model. Suppose that we don't have any reflexivity. Okay? Then let's say it's accessible from every world except the actual world. Then P can be necessarily true. It can be true in every other world except the actual world. But if we don't have reflexivity, we can't say it's true in the actual world.
First of all, you're lost. Even though I granted that still wouldn't mean they're equivalent, right? You understand it could be the case that this is stronger than that, right? So first of all,
I'm telling you what kind of frames are these.
let me explain why you're wrong. Even your example doesn't make sense, okay? But let's slow down. All right. It's simple, all right? This says if it's accessible in every world, then it's accessible in the actual world. In the actual world. So this is actually indexing it to the actual world.
But you have to work off how they're defining box in the actual logic. They're not defining box that way.
What do you mean they're not defining box?
How are they defining them?
Box means in a lethal modality accessible in every world.
Well, but that's assuming S5.
No, I'm not assuming. What are you talking? I'm not assuming S5. What are you talking about?
Well, how they usually define box in most modal logic textbooks, it says that if you're in some world V, every world that you can access from V, the proposition is true.
Yeah, every world where it's every world. That's the way of putting it, right?
Well, you can't access the actual world, then necessarily P does not imply P.
What?
If you can't access the actual world from the accessibility relationship, then necessarily P does not imply P because we can just give a counter model.
What this is saying is that if it's true in every accessible world, right, then it's true in the actual world.
Right, and if the actual world isn't accessible, ID, if the accessibility relationship isn't reflexive, then we don't have this axiom.
If the wait, the question is the actual world accessible from what?
The actual world.
Right?
Yeah, so that's reflexivity.
Well, I don't need to appeal to the actual world.
Yes, you do.
Look, if it's true if it's true in every accessible world, right? If it's true in every accessible world, right? Then it's true in the actual world, right? Now
No,
here's the
the actual world can be not
Yeah,
accessible if we don't have reflexivity.
But wait, that doesn't prove that. That doesn't prove that for any arbitrary proposition, right? This one you're not getting it. Okay, this is only talking about the actual world. I'm telling you that. So it's too weak. So yes, what it shows is that the actual world is reflexive, right? That's what it shows. It shows that the actual world is reflexive, but it doesn't show that every world is reflexive, right?
Well, it's okay. It's
No, it does
valid
literally true.
over.
It does not follow that from the fact that
This is an axiom, by the way. This is an
what?
axiom. So if we move to another world and it breaks an axiom, then we have a
What do you mean?
contradiction. So it's going to have to be reflexive in every world.
What-
Because if we move to another world and it's not reflexive, then we break the axiom
We're
and
not
we
moving to
get
any other world.
contradiction.
Look, it's simple. It's simple. This is simple fact. Okay. Here's a simple fact about this. Okay. If necessarily a right, let's call it W1. Okay, let's call it W, right? So
Okay.
when there's no box operator, we're just talking about we actually we are fixing a world. Let's call it W1. What this tells us is that W1 is accessible from itself, yes. Right? And everything else is accessible to it basically in some sense, right? But it does not tell you the relation. So let's just say there's two other worlds, W2 and W3. So what it tells you is that W1 can access itself, W1 can access W2, and W1 can access W3. What it does not tell you is that W3 can access W3, the W2 can access W2. Doesn't tell you anything about that.
It
Right?
does tell you that.
Which is what reflexivity requires.
It does tell you that.
No, it does not.
Okay, suppose we're at world 3, and suppose
No,
it's not reflective.
what do you mean? You cannot go to. I don't know what you're talking about. You cannot go to world 3.
If it's an axiom, it's true at every world.
I don't know what you're saying.
If something's an axiom, then it's true at every world. You don't just break axioms.
I think you're very confused at this point because I don't know the
Yes,
proposition.
I'm sure I'm the one confused.
The proposition without a modal operator is fixed to one world.
What?
Let me ask you this. If I say God exists, right? Let me ask you some question. Okay, forget all this modal logic stuff. Okay, if I say God exists, right? Does that mean God exists in world 3, world 4, world 5? In some other possible world? Or
By
not
the
God, right now.
definition,
Forget God.
okay, if all you're saying is by the definition of satisfaction here, we do it where we're doing it model theoretically. Okay, you're going to satisfy formulas relative to a world, but axioms are true no
When
matter
there's no
what world you're
modal
at.
operator, when there's no modal operator, right? To say a proposition is true, you're saying it's true in a particular world, right? So what this is
It's
saying
true
is,
relative to a model here.
you're just using big words at this point, right? Just to use big words.
No, there's a difference between truth and truth relative to a model. If we're defining satisfaction model theoretically, then this distinction is important to make. But go on.
No, that's not what I actually don't, again. I don't know why you just making shit. That's no relevance.
That's actually okay.
That has
That
no
doesn't
relevance to
mean
what I'm
that.
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. What does that have to do with anything we're
What do
talking
you
about?
mean by true? What does it mean to satisfy a formula in a world? Are you not defining satisfaction model theoretically? Then how are you defining it?
I'm saying why is it relevant to bring this up?
Because you said, what do you mean by true? What do you mean to say it's true?
Yeah, I mean, given the semantics.
Yeah, given the semantics, and we're using semantics, we're using models for our semantics.
Oh my
Correct or
God.
not correct?
Why you're not addressing my point, so could you address my point?
Okay,
Why
what's
bring it
the
up?
point?
It's irrelevant. You're just using big words, that's all I said. So I don't know why you're bringing this. I don't know what you're doing.
What? Okay, I need to know what semantics you're using.
What do you mean what's
You're not
semantics?
using model theoretic semantics. What
I don't know.
semantics?
If it's propositional modal logic, I don't have to define it I don't really have to define model theoretically.
How are you defining the semantics?
I could just use truth tables.
Truth tables?
Yeah.
How do you do that for modal logic?
Huh?
How do
No,
you do truth tables for modal logic?
once you fix a world, you just do truth tables. What do you mean? If
Oh,
if
you
it's
do that?
if it's propositional modal logic, right? You understand what I mean? Then
I know
why
what propositional model logic is.
then why can't you do it? Why can't you do truth tables? I don't get it.
I don't know how you'd set the truth tables up.
Okay, what's unclear?
It's unclear. I don't. Let me just check.
Once you fix the world, you're just doing propositional logic. So it's just truth tables. Right? If you have no modal operator, it's just propositional logic. So there's just
Oh, okay. If you're just saying that if we fix the world, then there's no truth tables. Okay, that's fine. And
no,
then
then
there's
you can
truth
do
tables.
truth
That's
tables.
fine. Then there's truth tables. Okay, that's fine.
Obviously, the necessary and possible are quantifiers. They're just treated as quantifiers.
Yep. So what's
Okay,
your point here?
you haven't addressed my point about you just use big words for no reason. All right, whatever. I want to get back to the actual point. You said it's reflexive, so let me explain again. I'm going to explain the difference. Okay, but the either axiom B or S4, one of those is fucking reflexivity. Again, I could just fucking look at the stupid what's it called?
Go ahead.
This Wikipedia. I'm pretty sure it'll say it.
B
But,
is Euclidean, by the way, and then what's the other one you brought up? T? If T is necessarily P implies P, it's going to correspond to reflexivity.
Huh?
So
Look.
you get axiom. Okay, you get
Either B,
axiom.
either the Brouwer axiom, S4 or S5, right?
Yeah.
One of those three axioms. Those three axioms are reflexivity, transitivity, and whatever the other one is.
Or Euclidean is for 5.
Symmetric. You get Euclidean. You get all three if you have all, or actually S5 entails one of the other two ones. Whatever. I forgot. Whatever.
5 was Euclidean, so it's transitive and then it's reflexive, and it's 4. 4 you put 4 and B together, and then you.
Whatever. So I'm not like I said. I'm gonna explain it simply. All right. The axiom M is not reflexivity. Those axioms we just talked about, those are the ones that have to do with reflexivity, transitivity.
No. M is reflexivity.
No, it is not. I already explained why it's not. This is saying that all this tells you is that one world is reflexive. It doesn't tell you that every world is reflexive.
But okay, do you think the axioms have to be true at every world?
I don't know what you mean by that. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Do the axioms have to hold at every world? Does in every world the axioms of your model
I don't know what you mean by that. It's a rule.
Right. So that means it holds in every world, no?
I don't know what you mean by holding every world. When you
That
talk
means,
about
okay,
the world,
okay.
in the
That means
formal
if we
system.
move from the actual world to another world, our axioms will still stay the same.
If you move, yeah, that would. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, it would show that in that world's if if that world is the actual world, then in that world, the accessibility it would show that world is reflexive, but it wouldn't show that this world is.
Right, but okay, if we accept that these rules hold in every world,
You don't know what that
we
means.
accept their axioms,
You
then it's going to
understand?
be true
Okay,
with every.
you understand? Okay, let me explain why what you're saying is completely incoherent. Okay, when we talk about worlds, that's within the formal system. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, we're talking about worlds in the formal system.
Within the formal system, the axioms are the rules of the formal system. So you're saying within the system, how do the rules of the system work? I don't know what that means. The rules explain how the system fucking works. So I'm going to be explicit here, okay? The rules state this, okay? This rule explicitly says that every world accessible, this is saying this, okay? Because in modal logic, right? It's almost like an extension of propositional logic, right? Once you get rid of the modal operators, you're just talking about propositional logic. Okay? So you're just picking out a specific world, right? So, right, and I don't know when you say you're switching, like I said, it's not again, all these things are incoherent. I don't know that's not a thing in the formal system. Okay.
Look, when I do things that were deeply formal,
formal system semantically.
When I use things that were deeply
Semantically, what
formal,
is
you can
going on is very
claim.
straightforward. You pick a world, let's call it W1, right? That's the world, because you have to. So here's one way of putting it. Okay, you have to pick a world. You have to pick one world where propositions like without any modal operators are true, right? You have to pick a world where that.
You pick a world where propositions with modal operators are true.
I don't know what that means.
You
Unless you're
said,
that's
okay,
metamodal. Unless you're talking about metamodal, but
look, okay, so when you're talking about, like, let's say necessarily G is satisfied, or necessarily P for some proposition is satisfied, that's
Yeah.
satisfied relative to a model and a world.
what
It's not
world?
satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not,
I don't know what you mean. No, it doesn't. It tells you. It tells you about the relationship between all. What do you mean?
no, when we're saying that necessarily a P for some proposition in modal
Yeah.
logic, we're saying that um, that proposition is true at a particular world.
No, we're not. Wait,
Okay,
necessarily.
maybe I'll just need to pull up the semantics for modal
I
logic
don't know
because
what you're saying. Necessarily P is saying that it's true in every accessible world. Wait.
every accessible world from what?
Yeah, like the actual world.
No, every accessible world from the world of evaluation, right?
The world of evaluation. I don't know what I really have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, look, you can treat the actual world as the world of
Motherfucker.
evaluation.
Do you want to just go through a formalized argument, like, and then I explain it semantically? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I could draw the stupid diagrams. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right.
Okay,
Like-
go ahead, draw the diagram.
Like, give me a stupid argument. Like, I don't know. I have to fucking find one. Okay, like, I don't know. The stupid modal or something. The modal ontological argument.
Look, all I'm saying is to uphold an
God.
axiom like necessarily P implies P. If we have that at some world it's non-reflexive, then we're violating this axiom.
No, how? Show me.
Okay, let me just draw it out because that will help, right? Suppose.
Okay, I'll draw it out because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just making shit up. Yeah, Microsoft Paint. But even when fucking goddamn Axiom M is, and now you're giving me a lesson, man. You can't make this up. Oh no, it's reflexivity.
Okay,
All right, bro.
whatever it is. W1, 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 W2, 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 and we need one more. W1, W3. Okay. And we'll say, let's say that, valuation of P, okay, equals W3. That is fine. Let me make sure this is correct. W1, 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 W2, W1, W3. Necessarily P. Or
Let me screenshot this.
okay, I'll send mine in chat. The diagram is meant to show that if just one world is not reflexive, you can violate the axiom. Oh my gosh, can you guys stop spamming my message out of the way?
All right, I posted.
Okay, I'll repost mine. Wait, you posted it where?
General.
In Gen?
Yeah, can y'all go to Gen Chat? We're busy.
This is literally true. This literally makes it correct.
Wait, what is that saying though? Like, what is the conclusion I'm supposed to draw from this?
What? That's the fucking picture you want. Show me yours first of all, because I don't know what this is. Literally the whole. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. I was looking up and I saw another message.
First of all, even yours is not reflexive. Ironically, the way you drew it. So
Yeah, wait,
ironic.
no, I drew
You
a
need
wall
an
that's
arrow. You need an arrow in W.
yeah, wait, that's the point of the model. The model is to show that if just one world isn't reflexive, we can break the axiom.
How?
It's shown in the diagram.
I don't see it.
Wait, what is yours supposed to show?
It's very
This still
simple.
breaks. You see relative.
Wait.
Oh,
Look at the proposition. The proposition is necessarily P. So every world accessible to world one, P is true. That's correct. And importantly, including P itself.
but
Including P
okay,
itself. Yeah.
but that's not the point.
What?
Right, the point is to show that
Wait, I don't get it. If this is
claim
correct,
the
if this
point
is
has to show that the
possible, if this is
frames.
possible, then it's not reflexive. I don't get it. I don't get. Is this?
No one's saying that you can't give a modal model that satisfies this.
What? That is explicitly. If that's true, then
But
it's not reflexive. Are you trolling?
okay, wait. Here's the point. We can just take the model. Let's say we take the model where the conditional always fails. So necessarily P always fails. Yes, this satisfies the axiom above, but that's not what we're claiming. We're claiming that we're claiming across all modal models we can make, what kind of accessibility relationship do we want to make this formula valid no matter the model we give? You can't just give one model where it's valid and say, look, I made it valid. No, it has to be valid across all models of this accessibility relationship type. That's
What
what
do
we
you
mean when
think?
we
Okay,
say we want frames of
Okay, slow down. Okay, you're getting sacred. Okay, what does it mean for something to be reflexive? Let's define reflexive. 'Cause I don't know what you're talking about.
So reflexivity here just means for any world,
No, I'm talking about in general.
W.
No, I'm making it just. What's the definition of reflexivity in general? Don't you talk about the law?
Well, reflexivity is a type of relationship between two objects, saying that that object can access itself, or that object has a relationship
Hey,
to
you
itself.
you gotta be a little bit more formal. So,
That
for
object has a relationship.
oh my god, yeah,
Or-
no, it's true. It's that for every thing in your domain, for all x, yeah, x relates to x, right? If x is related to x, right? Yeah, x related to x, whatever, right?
Right,
X has
that's
a
what I
relationship.
said.
You have no, you have to say for every single case. So if I show one case it doesn't, right, then it's not reflexive. So you're saying you're trying to say I'm the one who has to prove the universal. I'm saying no, the other way. I have to
Oh, okay. We
all
can
I have
do
to
that
do is
actually.
show a case where it's correct, right? Where it's consistent with the axiom, and it's not reflexive. Then it's not then it's not then it's not equivalent to reflexivity.
Well, there's a
Come
way to
on, man.
show. There's
This is
actually a way to
ridiculous.
show that the formula is, consistent across only reflexive frames, and that's by a technique called forcing. I can do that, but it's going to take
All right,
time.
you're actually just making stuff.
What? See,
Okay, I
this
know
is
you don't
why,
know what.
like, you claim I have no idea what I'm talking about. Then when I talk about concepts that, I learned from modal logic, you're saying, okay, you have no idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so
You're just saying
explain
nonsense.
forcing to me. I'm curious. I'm not. I actually don't claim to know forcing, and I'm. You're lucky.
Well,
I
I
know for
actually,
a fact you would obliterate you on this, but go ahead.
okay, actually, maybe I have a lecture from my school that I can bring up. It goes through what forcing is. Anyway, like, let me
Just
find it.
explain it, bro. I don't need you to. I can read from a. I can Google it myself. Okay, like I don't need you to.
Okay, forcing is the idea where you take some, modal model, right, and you try and come up with like, so let's say that we're taking our formula for reflexivity. here, or that I'm claiming that's reflexive here. We have like necessarily P implies that P. Okay, we want to claim that this formula is valid across frames of a certain type. The first, we have to prove that for any reflexive frame, this formula is valid. And that proof is like really trivial, right? Obviously, if if it's reflexive, we can obviously prove that necessarily P implies P. The harder direction is that proving that, okay, if a frame is, not reflexive, then this formula is not satisfied. And the idea is to,
Oh. Why would you show that? Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I actually don't want to argue it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't even know what you're talking. Like you just keep making stuff up. Whatever. Go ahead.
I don't know what you mean making stuff up. This is
It's okay. Just go. Finish your thought.
right. Okay, then the next step is to prove that. Okay, look, if we're gonna force our model to be reflexive here. So, okay, we can suppose that this formula is valid, and the idea is to come up with a model, or a sequence of steps, such that when you have these steps, it's very hard to define. You have these steps that no matter what you do, you're going to have to show
That's
that
not what
the model
forcing
is reflexive.
is. Not to say the little bit I know about it. This is like I'm very confident. It's very tangential to it. I know what you're talking about. Look, it's simple. All right. I'm gonna make this very explicit one more fucking time. All right. The model I presented, you want to call it whatever, is one. All right. I wouldn't even, yeah, I guess I'll call it a model. I don't know if that's model the right word actually, but the model I presented is one in which which is not reflexive, is not a reflective model, but it's one which is consistent with the axiom. This is a world where every accessible world.
But that's not what logicians are interested in when making these axioms. I don't.
What? Which,
That's
bro?
not logicians aren't interested if you can
Are
find
you
some model that can satisfy
arguing
the
about
formula.
whether it is reflexive or not? All right. I
We're
don't know.
arguing over like what type of
No, I'm not. I'm not
really
arguing
relation.
about logicians care. I'm not. I'm not gonna even get into that. You and me are discussing whether this axiom is reflexivity. I am presenting a model in which it is not reflexive. I do not see the issue. In this model, in this model, W2 is not accessible to itself, and W3 is not accessible to itself, right? So the fuck what? So what? So what? It's still the case that necessarily P implies P, right? It's still a world that if it's
Let
still the
me
case that in every world accessible to W1, in which, right, P is true, including itself.
just look at my screen. This is how you show some things like reflexive, or there's only valid over reflexive frames. If you just look at my screen, there's the type of proof you would give, and there's what I meant by you kind of force it.
Okay, I don't know why you're making me forcing me to read this shit. All right, fine.
You choose something in the valuation function such that it can only be satisfied if the model is, reflexive.
All right. Show WRV and view. I don't get it. I don't know what is. I don't know what this is.
It's showing that if you pick your valuation function cleverly, you can show that something's valid over only, reflexive frames or transitive frames,
Yeah,
etc.
this is showing. This is showing that something's transitive. I don't get it.
It's showing that it's wait. It's showing that it's. It's
This is
showing that
showing
okay.
that this axiom entails transitivity. I don't get it.
Right. Yes, and my claim was
Yeah.
that the axiom you gave entails reflexivity. And we have it right here. The proof for reflexivity is right here. So you dishonest Marxist fuck. The reflexivity proof is right here. And you see, it's not even called the M axiom, it's called the T axiom here. That's why I'm saying there's not standard usage for these kind of things. Now, look, if you want to be dishonest again, here's the proof that this formula is only valid over reflexive frames. You're dishonest.
Necessarily P implies P is valid on frame F. Proof that T would go up. Go up, 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 go up. Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Go all the way up. All the way up. He calls it T. Interesting. Yeah, this, okay.
It's
So
called
that-
T in other papers too, by the way.
well,
And F.
Garcia calls it M. Garcia calls it M. So
Yeah, it's called T and M. That's why I said there's no standard usage, which you said was crazy again. But it's what it is.
maybe I don't know, but so let me see.
But you said this is what you've been arguing on.
Right, and let me check something. Let me just double check something.
Well, you admit that if my professor's lecture is right, then you weren't correct in anything you said.
Let me check something. No, yeah. I made a mistake. Um, on that one, yeah, you're right. It is reflexive.
Okay.
A humble king.
So,
Uh,
quick, will you admit that I know a decent amount of logic after hearing that?
No, but
Okay, what else do you want to test me on?
what? Nigga, motherfucker, relax.
Well,
Quick, come on, give him some credit,
that's,
bro.
that's ridiculous.
Dude, I'm mostly kidding. But fuck you, you're the one who attacked me. I like how you attack me and then I'm the one you attack.
No,
Fuck
but
this
you,
bullshit.
okay.
You
Look,
literally got you attacked me fucking premise 7. What are you talking about? What are you shit? This is so dishonest.
I-
Like
look, quick,
you
I'm the dishonest one. You're saying I attacked you. You're a lying fucking Marxist. I
no,
didn't.
you're lying
He's
fucking
talking
Marxist.
to
No, you're the
Mark.
lying fucking Marxist.
You're lying fucking Marxist. Wait, let me get this straight. You literally are like, oh, but it is premise 7, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, it's not. You come and interrupt me, try to prove me wrong. That's fact.
Okay, I
I
admit that
didn't,
that's
I
not.
didn't, I didn't talk to you. You come and talk to me. Well,
Well,
who's the lying
okay,
Marxist?
okay, you're literally
Okay, buddy.
you're being dishonest right now because
Julian,
you
being
literally
dishonest.
said that you literally said you need me to explain to you what a universal quantifier is. And that's ridiculous, by the way.
I don't know about that. But look, you're literally. Like I said. Anyways, like I said, tried to get me, and then you were wrong. You were completely wrong. And then whatever. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like I said, I'm not the one who claimed to be the logic expert. I actually did. I just, so whatever.
I didn't claim to be an expert. I claimed to be competent.
Blah, 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 hit me with all these logic questions. By the way, but whatever. You got the other two wrong. So
Which one did I get wrong? You're so
the
what?
Braden formula. What? Also, you didn't know what axiom was, right? Which is fine, I guess.
I'm telling you, I learned.
I'll let that one go because it looks like your teacher taught you T. Looks like your teacher taught you T. So I'll be a nice guy and let that one go. But yeah.
And again, I said the reason I don't know what M is because it has multiple uses. So I don't. That was a fair enough answer, regardless. But is what it is.
Well, like I said, all I know the most popular textbook uses M. That's why, like I said, this is the book I read. All right, so, and unlike you, I haven't done this shit in how fucking long? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, guys. Do you know how long I'm literally pulling this from like 3-4 years memory.
That's right.
I don't sit all I don't sit around all day doing fucking more logic. All right. Don't tell me I'm the bullshitter. All right, motherfucker. Don't ever tell me. Okay? Get that straight, because you're the one who tries to fucking that. Don't ever. Oh, you don't know. That's not the same. I know what I'm talking about. Right. I know what the fuck, and I know where I don't know. All right. Calm down. All right, that's the fucking same argument. All right, it's the same fucking argument. Oh, he doesn't have. It has it. It's the same goddamn argument. There's not a single freaking difference. All right, it's just he's not even formally valid. Okay, if you actually tried to do it, he would. So the thing is, when I first wrote this, and I did not write it this way. I had to do because when you formalize it, you're forced to like make things more explicit. So it's gonna come out a lot different than if you write it casually. Like if you actually try to do it, formalize an argument properly. So that's why it sounds a lot different. Because that's what happens when you actually try to formalize an argument. Okay.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
It's the same goddamn argument. All right. Okay. Good.
Comment quick W in chat and we'll say it.
Did Fallen destroy you again, Julian? Oh wait, Fallen. I mean, did Quickbrownfox destroy you again, Julian? Sorry.
We
And the
actually
Fallen
debated
video,
over
no?
modal logic for a bit of time, Daniel.
Interesting. Does he accept crypty semantics in S5?
I don't know what he accepts. That's not what we debated over.
Who's we?
Quick and I.
Hmm. Did you affirm God as a possibly necessary being?
No.
Of course. Of course,
Yeah.
it's the possibly necessary being.